Hi, welcome to Free Flow Friday. We have so much to discuss today, and we're so excited to do so. So, I wanted to kick this off by just acknowledging the jewelry that we have adorned on our body.
It's from Kathy Dunderdale, and we're gonna put a link to where you can get it. But I love it. It's beautiful earrings. They're very light, and with a necklace that goes with it. This is exactly my style. I love it. And it's very light, so
Yeah.
it's also really nice to give as a gift
Yes.
for birthdays, holidays, or to your kids. I mean, look at
Yeah, I'm
look
wearing
at it.
these.
It's vegan.
Vegan leather. I'm
Vegan
vegan,
leather.
so perfect. Here's
Yeah.
another example of some earrings. And they're beautiful, and we love
Yeah. So you'll see me wearing them.
supporting people in our community. So, yeah. And also just wanted to say how much we loved this conversation that Alexis and Jane Pritchard had yesterday. And, you know, this was definitely it was a powerful and an important message to share. And I think it was perfect that Jane and Alexis came together to
I
do
think
this.
it's important to talk about the story because it is part of the history, and obviously Pamela was a very foremost student, and really with her passion in her heart bringing back forth this art. And so even if there are two organizations, we can work side by side and with community, because we are presenting the same world, and it's important that we're
Right.
moving forward with
Right.
peace and harmony, as very much this art represents. I mean,
Right.
that is what it's all about. So if we
Right.
have fear coming up even about this issue, then look at your forest depth and see what's going on, you
Yeah.
know? Or if you worry about it. So I urge everyone to share this message, because we get a lot of questions, and you do too, I think, about
Yeah.
why are the two organizations? What is JSI? Is it the same?
Right. People will reach out to me and say, "Oh, do you do these trainings at part of JSJ Inc.? Like, what's the difference?" And it's something, yeah, we felt it was time to bring it up. And, you know, we noticed how, like, we plan our whole month, our calendar, a month in advance, and we had this talk, and now, you know, next Thursday we have the body reading. And then, for instance, we noticed the other organization starts having something at the same time, and like
The same day, same
in
time.
Eastern Standard Time, yeah.
New
And-
York.
and so this is why, you know, for us, we always come back to, okay, so what is the mission? Rather than having this be something that divides the community, or for those of you watching, you know, maybe wondering, which one do I support? Which one do I watch? You know, it's like,
Support them both. Support
Yeah.
both. Because we are really one community. It's the work that counts. It's the
Yeah.
art. And that's what Jeremiah wanted also.
Absolutely.
He gave it to Mary, as Jane said yesterday, to bring it to the West, to bring it to the United States, and to spread it. And that was Mary's mission as well. And that's
Right.
very much our mission at Jinshin Institute.
It is. And I feel like we're seeing too much today about what happens when we're divided, when we are in confrontation with one another. And like, that is the opposite of what the art of Jinshin is about, right? It's about harmonizing our bodies, about coming together, you know, and we're so grateful that we've been able to build this community, and we just, yeah, we wanted to acknowledge that.
And you know, there can be two, like there are many yoga studios, and they all go back to the same breath. And it's the same here.
Yeah.
It's the same here, and it's very important that we welcome, that we move along fearlessly, that we learn and grow as much as we can. And you can take the best from both, because we do offer slightly different things. We have a little bit of a different style and taste
Yes.
to it. So you know, oneness, and if two, then in harmony. And
Right.
that's what 3 is about.
Right.
It's relationship.
Right.
It's what Jane
right.
was mentioning yesterday.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And I think, I mean, that's exactly it. You know, even for those of you going off and now starting to share Jinshin, whether it's, you know, your practitioners or teaching self-help, it's like you'll bring your own special sauce and flavor, and we wouldn't ever want it to be just like ours or in direct competition, but instead this like empowering movement of further spreading it. So
That keeps it alive.
yeah.
So also, if you have any comments about this or any questions, please, we would like to have open communication.
We
and
would.
We welcome that. So
We would. And I
Yes.
see Deborah just said, I loved hearing Alexis and Jane talk yesterday and we'll look forward to their collaboration. At some point, I'd appreciate having a topic of discussion on how JSJ can support those who are dealing with the stress and trauma of these times. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely what I feel like, especially these last few weeks, have certainly been focusing on. And the 3s are such a mind opener. Yeah.
The 3s are, and there's 1 that is oneness, then 2 is duality, and then 3 it's back to relationship. And if you think about creation, it begins with the egg.
True.
2, then the sperm, there is a duality, they come together, and then 3, the baby, there is 3.
There's life,
and it's all
yeah.
about harmony and
Yeah.
relationship. So
Yes.
that's what we welcome at Jinshin Institute, and that's
Yes.
what Lola and I really stand for.
We do. So again, I just want to reiterate that. Please, if you have comments or if you want to share them here or you want to directly message either of us, you know, we are open. We're not hiding anything. We're an open book and here to share. And now you know more about the history of how this institute was
Came
founded.
into being.
Yeah.
Right. And what reasons and all of it. The story, full story. So
Yes.
moving
Wonderful.
along to our project of the day, which is skin surface, and that's a very interesting one because skin surface is related to depth 1 and deeper skin is related to depth 2. As the energy cycles deeper, where the depths come into being through the supervisor flow at SEL1. So here you get SEL1. With the first cycle, the depth 1 is safety energy location 1 and 4 come into being. And then the second cycle goes deeper through the 1s. So it really goes in layers, and Jeremiah called them layers. Goes deeper into the body, and then cycle number 3 goes deeper, and cycle number 4, and so on.
Yeah.
So today we're really talking about depth 1 and depth 2 because it's skin surface and deeper skin for for projects with the skin. So
Yeah.
I was thinking which flows to present to you, and I have some very simple flows that are very, very powerful, and they are in the Art of Living, the Trinity textbook, and they are on page 82 and 82 and 84. And today we're talking about burns. So burns can be more superficial and more deeper. So I'm going to start with the superficial
Yes.
skin disharmonies. And those can be, for example, complexion or itches if you have an allergic reaction. And this has to do with the ascending. So this flow is being formed from the umbilicus energy and then start to ascend the body. And this flow warms the body. And so it's a very simple flow. You hold the little toe and the sole of the foot. So I'm going to show it if I can have your foot.
Yes.
So with the left, you go on the right 6. Is this no? We'll do the left foot. So the right hand goes on the left 6, and then the left hand goes on the little toe here. So you're like this. How does that feel to you? Yeah, you feel it?
Yeah.
So where do you feel the tenderness in your toe?
Oh, like Yeah.
Like right there? Yeah. So I feel it already on her. So you go right to the sole of the foot, and this little flow helps skin surface. So again, you want to see if you want to do the right side or the left side of the body. Let me see. This flow also helps with smelly feet.
That's good.
No, that hurts as well. It's the body thermostat, so it helps, warm the body. Which at this point you probably need to cool the body more.
Yeah.
So
Skin
that will
hot.
be for the next flow that we're gonna do. So you can check to see which side feels more tight to you. Do you want me to check it on you?
Sure.
Just get your other foot. So if I would, for the right flow, the left hand goes on the right,
we can
right
lift
6, and then here on the little toe. So we want to show this to the. So which side feels? I almost feel that this sole feels tighter.
Yeah.
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 But
Definitely.
maybe the other little toe.
Yeah,
So
they
that
both are
tells you
tight.
something. You see, the kidney energy moves through here. This is a very easy flow to do on yourself.
Yeah.
So yes, this is for skin projects. If I could show something for skin projects, this helps skin projects and in particular skin surface. And this is so easy to do just on yourself there.
Yes.
And let me see if there's anything else I wanted to say about this flow.
Let us know if you were able to see the foot clearly.
I just would like you to show how this flow moves through the body. It moves in 5 lines. And you see how it moves from skin surface to core. So these are the flows that are being formed after we have the organ flows. So for the people who are beginners, you can just skip this information, and for skin projects, you can simply hold your little toe and the sole of the foot. But for people who are curious, this is the reason why. And it has something to do with the building of the layers and the movement of the energy through the body in the 5 different layers. Okay. So let me see, are there any questions about this?
Yeah. It would be great if you could show some holds for skin projects. Yeah.
So
okay.
there we go.
There we go.
Warming the body. And then to cool the body, we can, and I took a little sample here, and this one is particularly very good for sunburns as well. And so if somebody has a severe sunburn or any other kind of burn, you can put the person, if you work on someone, I'm going to show it first on someone else, you can put them on their stomach like this, and then you place your right hand on the right calf and your left hand on the left calf. So it's like this, and that helps depth 2, layer 2. So this helps deeper skin, deep skin, and it helps projects like eczema, it helps burn, sunburn, acne. Acne can be deeper as well.
Oh, yeah.
So this, like this, if you place your right hand on the right side with your fingers pointing up, it will help the right side of the body. This is a right flow. Okay, so that's very important. And you can play with that. If you hold this for 20 minutes, you can see if one side of your body actually is being helped.
So someone would need someone else to do this.
No,
Or
so
you could
after we show. So if you want to help the left side of the body, you change your hands like this. So very, very simple. And this flow is a descending flow. The flow that forms here, the energy moves down and it cools the body. So that's another nice way to look at it. So for in the summer, this would be very nice to do. It moves from the top of the head and moves through the chest in 5 lines down the chest and moving down. So this is a left flow and this is a right flow. Okay, now for the self-help, you can do it like this. It's very simple. For the right flow, you can do it like this, and this is also in my book, The Art of Jin Shan, this hold for skin. So I hope you can see it like this. But you point your fingers up. Right flow, right hand on right calf, left hand on left calf. And then if you want to do the left side of the body, you can reverse the flow, or you can just point your fingers down. So that's always another option. Also here, when you're working on someone, here you're sitting at the feet for the right flow, but if you want to do it the other way, you can just turn your hands around, just so you can stand this way and point them down. Okay, so however that works for you, or if the person is like this, you always think the right on right and left on left. So this would be a right flow and this would be a left flow. Okay, and the same for self-help. Let's see if there are any questions about this. So it's very, very simple, and sometimes for those of you who have studies, this seems to be very, very confusing flow and confusing how it moves in the body, but actually it's fairly simple. These are different flows that are being formed on a denser level. So for actual projects like itching a skin, go here. This is kind of like on a manifested level.
I once had a severe form of hand eczema, which had symptoms of blisters. I consider it to be a second depth project combined with first depth, with too much fire in the heart that needed cooling. Any thoughts or suggestions for this type of condition?
For any kind of deeper project like that, like splitting of the skin, I would also look at the fourth depth to help harmonize the second depth. And that has something to do when you start to look at supporting and unburdening and energizing the depths. And so if there's a deeper eczema or psoriasis, also you can go to the fourth depth to harmonize the second depth. So when it becomes a much deeper project, then we know we have to look deeper. So look at another depth, look at the lumbar circle. Again, this is for the more advanced students.
Yeah.
But yes, to resolve the project, we can resolve really any projects with this.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Wow, there's always more to learn. I mean,
There's always more to learn.
Like,
keeps it so exciting. And you're learning, right?
So much. I mean, wow. Yeah, I've come a long way, and maybe you guys have seen some of my, because it's nice. Again, I can take the perspective of more the beginner's mind. And
do you have any questions from a beginner's mind, or so? What do you do for skin surface on
for
yourself?
this,
For
I mean,
yourself?
holding the back of my shins, and it was interesting to note how you said either you cross your hands or you switch the direction.
Yeah. So it's like this, and switch,
So fingers
or
go up?
pointing up or down. Yes. And then the one I did on you. You remember?
Yeah. So you're holding the sole of the foot, and it was more like the inside of the pinky toe.
Yeah, I was more on the inside of her, so you can hold the whole thing, the front and back, see where the tightness is.
Yeah.
And then you can play with that. And it's again what Jane was talking about yesterday, about the threes. The tip of the toes help the chest line, the middle help the waistline, and the bottom helps the hip line. So it's always in threes.
And that's, I mean, you can do that just sitting down.
Trinity and
The
Trinity,
Trinity,
threes again.
the threes. 3 is my favorite number. So
Yeah.
so I love that.
And Jeremiah, he called the May Center source, the supervisor and the mediator, the first 3. So there we go. Everything is in threes.
Everything is
So
in threes.
harmony, balance, and that's what we wish for our community.
Yeah.
Do you have any other options?
Yeah, I
You
think
can
we did-
always hold your thumb, of course, for skin projects as well, helping depth 1. Here, helping depth 4 for the deeper skin projects like psoriasis, and the ring finger for helping the deeper skin, depth 2. So I just wanted to throw that in there. Okay, that's it for me.
I know, she's so generous with her offerings. And I imagine if someone had like a sunburn.
This one is the one for the AIDS, palming the calves is the one really for
Good.
sunburn.
Yeah, because I know it's getting hot.
There was one more question about chemical and let me see what the question was. Chemical or heat burns
Oh.
So anything chemical is related to depth 4, and heat burns, heat and fire and sun is related to 5th depth. So you can always use some of those SEL 26 or 24, helps to draw out heat in the body as well. When you look at these flows, you can also, of course, think about fevers. These flows will help fever as well. So the one that cools the body, the deep skin one where you're holding the calves.
The calves.
Yeah.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah, you need that, right, for sunburns?
Yes, sunburns and just cooling my body. What about scarring from 3rd degree burns? Wow.
I would work with the second one again, palming the calves, because it has to do, depth 2 has to do with connective tissue and the deeper skin.
Yeah, so again, like if you're watching with us live or you watch back later, you can see how, you can think about whatever project you're working on and see which one seems to make sense out of the flows Alexis shared. And then you're able to try it on yourself.
Try and also see which feels good for you, because that's probably exactly the one where you feel where the congestion is. As Jane said, it is very important to get onto the bullseye, I'm happy also to teach you and share with you how to do that, because that does make it more effective.
Yes.
It's not just me saying it.
Yeah, no, it's definitely different once you hit the bullseye. And we do have some exciting plans in the works that we will share in the coming weeks regarding more offerings. But I just want to remind everyone that we have our body reading workshop next Thursday. And it's amazing because even though it's not going to be in person, we're giving you the opportunity to submit your pictures. And then it's like a live interactive discussion, and it's great. We've already received several pictures, and so you can learn, seeing lots of different bodies and how you would read that.
And we'll first do a live, right?
We'll do a live first.
We have an interesting body to look at. So
Very
we'll go through everything, reading the fingers, the toes, everything that you can see and observe in the body.
Yes.
Fun.
And the last one, thank you. Can you recommend a book with visuals for beginner? The Art of Jiu-Jitsu. We have the perfect book.
With pictures.
Literally, this is exactly what you want and need. I mean.
Thank you for the question.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this one is coming out soon in December, so we're waiting for that.
Yeah.
I can't show you yet.
Oh, perfect. Like Christmas stocking stuffer.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Well, I think. We shared a lot. So thank you again for joining us. And like we said, submit your questions, comments, also about the talk yesterday. Share it with your community, and I'll put some links after we sign off for the jewelry and for the body reading workshop. All right. Bye, everyone.
Have a great weekend.